Werewolf Army, this is Jaden from Jaden's Videos, and of course everybody should have known that this review was coming, and of course it is of one of my favorite props of all time, the Limb Ripper. He is one of the best props ever. I think he would come in almost right next to Cornstalker, and he is one of my favorite props of all time. Of course, because I love werewolves. But this is a really cool prop. I believe he was $200 in Spirit Halloween 2012, and that was the only year they sold him. But I think he was a really cool prop, and I am so happy that I have him. So anyways, let's start the review. So first, I'm going to go into detail. First, I'm going to start off down at the feet. The base is a normal base, except for right here. It slants here, so one foot is in the back, one is in the front, which I really like because it makes him seem more like a werewolf. The feet are all latex. Really nice detail on them, and I like how it looks like werewolf, where the knee goes back like werewolves and dogs do. And the legs actually go up pretty high, and then it just goes on over to the poles, as you can see. The pants are really well detailed too. They are dark, very dark green, more of like a camouflage green, but just it's all that color. And it's got blood all over them. The only problem is there's really nothing right here that gives it's just all flat right here. Stop it with your inappropriate mind, but it is all just flat right there. So, here is the hands, right here, very light gray. The claws have very well detail, and very bloody hands, and I love the pose that they're in. And the hands actually rock a lot, like sway when he moves, which makes him look really real. And sometimes they sort of shake like that in a way. Now this hand right here does not come with the prop, so I'm just going to take that out so you could get a better look. The hand is positioned like that because you can, like, even on the box and in the store they had a hand in it. That hand that was in it was actually from Michael's, so it wasn't even from Spirit Halloween. Very bloody, and it's positioned like that so an arm can go in it. The fur goes up the top half of the arm like that, and I really like the material it's made out of. It's really soft and fluffy. Here's the shirt, which also has really good detail, very light gray, and a lot of blood splattered on them. And the buttons right there. Here is his head, which is the most detailed part. Of course, the fur is still very fluffy, and I love the material they used. And the ears, there, they even have it. The front half of his head has gray fur, and then the back has brown. And under here has brown too. His head itself is just gray, because that's his skin color, of course. His eyes are really creepy and menacing looking. The sensor, the light sensor, is right in there, but it's kind of hard to get him to trigger sometimes. So in my haunt, I usually have him going repetitively unless I do it. Some year, like last year, I actually didn't have him going at all unless someone had a flashlight in the haunt and they shined a light at his face. That's the only time he would go, because I didn't want him breaking. But I'll probably have him going repetitively this year and hope he doesn't break. There's his mouth with his yellow teeth and really sharp teeth, and the detail in his mouth is really well. I love when they use glossy paint jobs on the paint because it makes it look so real. The module is up in here. You can see it up there. And I'll show you what he does. Okay, like I said, he's light censored, so if you move in front of him, and he only has one phrase, but it goes on for quite a while. like I said, the arms are really shake, which makes it look really creepy, and it makes it look really real. As you can see, they're not supposed to, but just the waist movement makes his arms move, and it makes him look so real, and it's so cool. This is a 6.2 foot prop, so it actually is a really big prop. Most props are 6 feet, except for this big guy back here. But, I like how they made him that tall, because werewolves, let me turn him off so he doesn't go again. Werewolves are actually really big, monsters. So I love that size, and he's just a really cool prop. So on the Tombstone Reviews rating scale, well, actually the only problem I have with him is how this doesn't have something to seal it up right here, but I'm not going to take off any points for that. So on the Tombstone Reviews rating scale, I'm giving the Limb Ripper a 10 out of 10 jack-o'-lanterns. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.